Hi, welcome back to my channel. My name is Voke Etefe. So on Friday the 15th of April 2022, I don't know, am I the only one who feels who always loses track of the year that we are in? I do all the time. I always think we're in 2021 instead of 2022. I don't know why. Anyway, 2022 April 15th, Netflix released Anatomy of a Scandal, and it has had a lot of people talking since its Netflix release, and I watched it. I did not just watch this film. I have read the book that it was based on, because it's based on Sarah Vaughan's book Anatomy of a Scandal. I read the book, so I have like dual perspective of this. The limited series, just 6 episodes, and the entire story borders on consent and privilege. And people have had all sorts of speculations about this movie, about this series, this limited series. I would say that it's not the worst thing out there on Netflix. And honestly, I really enjoyed the courtroom part a lot, the deliberations, because it was really giving me a lot of perspective that I have not really taken note of before. Like, I really like the case. But a lot of things I can also see where people are criticizing this movie from, because there are a lot of dramatic scenes in this movie that would actually kind of deviate your attention from the main topic. And honestly, the end and some kind of tweaks here and there, and some of the storyline was just really not, like, and I just say it not gel well. So yeah, but overall I would say that it was not terrible. I enjoyed my experience watching it. It made me laugh. So in the first episode, James Whitehouse is we see the picture. We see James Whitehouse. He's doing his job. He has his perfect family. Sophie is his beautiful wife. He has 2 kids, a nice house with his name on the door, White House. And this entire thing is just like rocks to its core, because they find out that perfect James Whitehouse actually was cheating on his wife for 5 months with his subordinate, or if I should say someone who works with, for 5 months, a younger lady. She's 28 years old, and the wife is just confused, because to her, she's doing everything right. She's the perfect wife. She's everything, in every department she's 100. So she's wondering what would have warranted him cheating on her and all of that. And at the end of the series, they were like, hold my beer, there's more. Actually, it's not just cheating allegations here, because they kept on saying that, a man cannot be tried or whatever for cheating and all of that, blah 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 blah. Men, boys will be boys, and that kept flying around. And now they're saying that, this lady said yes, you people had an affair, but on a fateful day, you had your way with her without her consent in the lift, and she's suing. So the case is going to court for deliberations. And this news is so shocking to James that he actually, surprisingly, because I filmed my reaction of this and I was laughing throughout when he just magically flew, like he gained superpowers. It was so funny. I think they were trying to make it dramatic for us, that okay, this just shook him to his core, so it's like boof. But it was terrible, honestly. I'm not even going to put it lightly. I did not like it at all. And I'm like, what just happened right now? Why is he flying? Someone just told you that, okay, you are accused of having your way with someone without their consent, and you are magically fly like, oh, this news hits me so hard, so I'm about to fall down. It was funny. And I was laughing. I had to watch it like 3 times. Then in the episode 2, we move on, and he comes home. He tells his wife about the new allegation, and she's like, come on. And her husband is telling her that, he's innocent, this and that, that they'll get through this, they'll get through that, da-da-da. And we go to court. I really like the scenes where they're in court. Every other scene, I'm not interested. Although I just want to see, okay, when are we going to court? 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 All I cared about while watching this series, because the court parts were really interesting, and I like how the case is going, because it really flexes your mind, telling you that, okay, where do you draw the line? Because the lines are really blurred, if I'm being honest. So I was just really enjoying the court scenes. So the Olivia Litton, the girl in question, she said that, oh, James, this is what happened in the lift. She gave her own account of the story and all of that. She revealed how the affair started, that James actually approached her, and after that, she was having a little crush on him. Yes, she admitted that. She even admitted that she was in love with him. But the underlying thing is that on that fateful day, in that lift, yes, she had she was interested at first, but when he became violent, she said, oh no, not here, she didn't want this. And yeah, he still had his way with her. So that's the case. And when Olivia revealed that, oh, she was actually in love with this guy, with James Whitehouse, his wife could not just stomach it. She had to leave. And guess what? Another dramatic scene to end the episode. When Sophie got to the lift, she just started to imagine how everything happened, how James was with the girl, and how she planted her lips on her husband and started falling down. And that's how the episode ended. And I'm like, is this how they want to be ending every episode? Is everything all right? This story heavily relies on flashbacks, because we're not just talking about Olivia's issue. There's also a case of Holly. Holly is an Oxford student that knew James Whitehouse and his wife Sophie. Actually, she was Sophie's tutorial partner when they were just in their first year, and she knows the both of them. Then Sophie was even already like dating James Whitehouse, and there was also an incident that happened with she and James Whitehouse. I don't know if I should give you spoilers, but tread carefully, because I might be giving some teeny spoilers here and there. But I don't think I'll give spoilers because it's not really my style. Anyway, so there are a lot of flashbacks going back to their university days, because it's actually important that something similar have happened before in the past concerning James Whitehouse. So we see what shuffled between back and forth times. And here they came to tell James Whitehouse, the prime minister's aide, came to tell James Whitehouse that, oh, see what's going on here, see what's going on. There's another allegation, not really an allegation though, but there was once a student from Oxford that said, okay, something happened between her and James Whitehouse, but she didn't really file any formal reports. And they were like, Holly Berry, and Sophie was like, I know her. But James kept on saying that no such thing happened, doesn't even remember such a girl, and all of that. So yeah, that's really the major highlight in episode 3, and it ended with both of them spinning, while a really nice song I like was playing, like something like you would not know until you wise up, something like that, and they just kept on spinning. It was so funny, and I said, God, what's going on? The drama, even the scenes where they want to transition to, let me say, like flashback scene, you see some light, or you see like they'll just flip a certain way. It's really funny, and you're like, what's going on? What was that for? That's just really one thing that was really funny in this series. And the 4th episode, the case is still building up, but still, and there are a lot of flashbacks going back and forth. The 5th episode, we see James give his own account. I think it's the 5th, yes. Give his own account of his side. His side is totally different from what Olivia said. So who is lying? Who is telling the truth? We don't know. Sophie is torn. She doesn't know what to do. She's trying to play the supportive wife, because at least to save face. And to me, Sophie's role was really tiring, because it's not easy playing that role that you want to believe him by all means, because that was what Sophie played throughout the episode 1 to 5. She wanted to believe him, and if you ask me, it was exhausting. If I were in her shoes, I would just stay away, like, okay, go and sort this out. I can't even deal right now, because it was really tasking for her, and you could tell, because this someone who have two kids, two impressionable kids, what was she going to tell them? That their father did what? So she has to try and believe her husband no matter what happens. So yeah, she was just playing the good wife. And in sixth season, sixth episode, they reached a verdict and it was announced and all of that. Yeah. So if you, I don't know if I give, no, I'm not gonna give spoilers. No, I'm not gonna give spoilers. You watch the series and tell me what you think about it. I noticed tweaks here and there in the series that even made me doubt. Okay, have I read this book before? It made me doubt some things because first the lawyer Kate was some sort of loner. She drowned herself in work. That was who Kate was portrayed as in the book. She did not do social hangers, and she definitely was not dating a married man in the book. I don't know why they added that part. If they're trying to say that, okay, yes, she's married, she's human too. I don't know what they're trying to tell us in that part, but I know that nobody's perfect. Maybe they're trying to tell us that nobody's perfect. I don't know. But, well, they would have left Kate the way she was in the book. Someone who was really going through stuff and processing stuff. She wasn't dating a married man. Yeah. Then what else were the tweaks? Another tweak is that I'm not sure if I'm right, but I think I'm right. But another tweak is Holly Berry was not like discovered in Anatomy of a Scandal book. Please, if you've read the book, let me know if I'm wrong. She wasn't discovered. She was actually living, because there was a part in the book where she kind of said that, okay, people like her, people don't really remember who she is, or she just, because she was kind of chubby when she was in school, and like she was not really anybody's type, or not really, like she was not James's, like she's just kind of people that people forget. That was the impression she had of herself. That part where they kind of revealed Holly's identity, that they figured out who Holly was, it wasn't in the book. And James's wife tipping Kate off that, okay, her husband was actually hid evidence in the past surrounding a murder, him and the present prime minister. There was no such thing in the book. They would have left the book the way it was. Books are always better. And yeah, that's basically what the tweaks that I can recall that happened in the book. So if you know anyone, if you have read the book by Sarah Vaughan, please let me know in the comments. I would love to hear from you. I'd love to chat. Like I said in the beginning, it's not so terrible that, I have to pluck out my eyes go watching this courtroom drama. It's not. I really, really loved James Whitehouse's lawyer. She was really ruthless, and I just really enjoyed her scenes. I really enjoyed her scenes. I like her. She's my favorite actor in this entire limited series. If you have seen this series, please let me know what you think. I would love to hear from you. I'm always looking forward to comments because I love it. So please leave a comment, like this video if you would. If you like, please subscribe to my channel. And until next time, which is very soon because I post as much as I can, especially on Wednesdays. And just please keep in touch, engage, follow me on my socials, subscribe. Thank you so much for watching. Goodbye.